Here, let's talk about a changeup today. I know that I dropped a video last week about just some quick changeup spins, and I promised that we would break down a changeup, and so that's what we're here to do today. So I'm going to give you different grips, different spins, and different ways to throw a changeup from beginner through advanced. So let's talk beginner changeup spin, which everybody knows as the cup change. Okay, so the reason why they call it cup change is because when you grip the ball, you pretty much hold it like a glass of water. So when we throw a cup change, we're basically going to hold it like a glass of water, and then the spin actually really doesn't have any. You're going to come through the zone and you're going to pop it out. Okay, like popcorn. Essentially, when it pops, you basically get here and then just let the ball go. It shouldn't have any spin. Sometimes kids, when they're first learning this changeup, they have a problem with wanting to push it and they still end up snapping the ball and it goes too fast. So when that happens, instead of holding it here, okay, and you see a lot of space right here underneath my hand, you can always tuck it and still hold it like a cup change to where there's less space. That will essentially slow the ball down as we pop it out. Okay. That probably works the best when it comes to fixing it without having to change your grip too much or changing the spin or anything like that. Is just tucking that ball, making sure that we still have a good grip, and that way when we release it, the ball will take the spin off of it and it will essentially split power, make the ball go down and float a little bit more. The next one that you can throw is more of like a circle change, to where the horseshoe either points to the left or to the right, and you hold the ball and you pretty much touch your thumb and your index finger together when you throw this pitch. This one can be kind of hard if you have smaller hands or if you're just not learning a changeup. But on a circle change, you want to grip it and you want your middle finger to hold a lace, okay? And that way, when you spin it backwards and you let it go, it's going to take speed off the ball and it will float in and it'll look like it's coming fast because four seams are rotating backwards, which indicates and, kind of shows the hitter you think something's coming hard because of the spin, but really it's going slow. The next one is my favorite, and it's the backspin out of your pinky. Okay, so essentially, horseshoe goes to the left, to the right. Doesn't really matter. Um, there's a misconception on where to grip this ball. Not a lot of people throw this straight out of the back of their hand. It's almost, I don't want to say impossible, but a lot of people think that they do, but they really don't. So really what I do is I shift my hands a little over, right? And then when I spin it, I throw it out of the back side of my pinky, to where I still get four seams rotating backwards, so it looks like something's coming hard, but then eventually, boom, it falls off a table. Either it goes, I can break it to the left, break it to the right, but it really dies down. Some people can't throw a true backspin, and that's okay. When you throw it out of your pinky, it's just as effective. And if the spin is too hard, or if the ball is too hard because we're pushing it too much, like I said before in the cup change, if you tuck your hand a little bit more into the ball and you still spin it out of the back of your pinky and you release it at your belly button, the ball will still stay low and it'll still look like something's coming fast, but it'll be so slow and it'll really throw the batter off, because that's what we want in a changeup. When we throw a changeup, we want the batter's timing to be off. We want to fool them so hard to where they think something so fast is coming at them, and then all of a sudden it's so slow, which gets them off balance. We get forward, they can't make an adjustment, and we strike them out, right? Okay, so let's get started on the very basic changeup. We're going to start with the grip. I'm going to show you from this point of view, facing the camera, of what the spin should look like, how you should throw it, how it should look like coming out of your hip. We're going to do a front view, and then we're going to do a back view, and then we'll do one from like point of view from the catcher. Okay, so the first one that we're going to do, cup change. Let's get started. Also, you guys, if you find this video helpful, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing it. That way we can get it out to some people that may not know about the channel and that are trying to learn pitches as well. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so remember, okay, we're holding it like a cup of water, all right? You are looking at it at an angle as you are the catcher, okay? So as I'm coming through the zone, my hands here, right? See how I'm holding it like a cup? We come through to our belly button, and from there, we pop it out and we release it. Arm stays forward and out, like we're popping out some popcorn. When popcorn pops, it gets like this. So when we pop it out, we need to make sure that we stay with it, follow through, and we try not to put any spin on the ball, because that's the main thing. The no spin on this pitch is what pretty much slows it down. If we snap it or if we try to push this ball, it's going to have a little bit more speed on it. Okay, now from the side, right? So here, forward, boom, pop it out. Okay, we come through the zone. We come around, we come around, we come around. We hold like a cup. We get right at her belly. Boom. And we pop it out. Okay? Super easy. Okay, now point of view from backside angle. So as you can see, I'm coming through the zone here. I'm getting right inside of my belly, coming through, and then we pop it out, right? So we come through it, boom, and we pop it out. When we're up close to our catcher, the spin needs to be no spin, right? So from your catcher to work on this pitch, you would hold it like a cup. We would rock back, okay? Legs rock back, arm rocks back, boom, and we pop it out. You see that? Let's do it from the angle coming towards you. Okay, so from this angle, you are the catcher, okay? So essentially, you're the one that's going to be receiving the ball. So if you're on the bucket and I'm coming to you, hold it like a cup. This is going to be the spin before you even throw it, okay? Back, forward, release. You got me? Boom, right there, okay? Every single time. Now, a couple things to note is if you notice when I throw that spin and I'm coming through, my back leg gets up, right? Because I'm hitting and I'm pushing and it's like I'm hitting a wall and my arm is going forward, okay? It's a good idea to have that in your spins. That way, when you throw it from the mound, the moment that you hit, you want to come through the zone. You can drag your foot, that's no problem. But when you hit and pick up your foot, you really have no other option but to keep going forward. And this weight gets taken off, which takes speed off of the ball. Okay? Okay, so once you have the up close little pops and spins done, you'll scoot back to probably halfway between the plate and the mound, and then you're going to work on feeling yourself here. You're going to come around, boom, and you're going to pop it out, okay? To your catcher, of course, right? So this is what it should look like, okay? We're going to hold the ball like a cup, right? We're going to come around, boom, and we're going to pop it out every single time until that feels comfortable, and then you can work your way back to the mound. Also, you guys, make sure you stay to the end of the video because I'm going to have some of my pitchers that I work with. They're going to throw their changeups. Some of them throw a cup change, some of them throw a backspin, and some of them throw a circle. So you'll be able to see all different types. So you won't just have to take it from me. You'll see some of my girls actually putting it into action. So make sure you stay for the end of the video. Okay, so now from the mound point of view, okay, when you throw this pitch, regardless of your motion, you can do all the crazy stuff up close, whatever, okay? But I teach all of my kids. Sorry, flag on the play. Okay, I teach all of my kids that none of your motion matters except for when you hit this point, right? So if we're doing our changeup, we come through, we get to this point, right? We're holding it like a cup, okay? Come through, we get to the side, we get pushed out. Once we hit right here, so once that front foot hits and we drive through, we make sure we pop it out, okay? That's going to be the biggest thing when it comes to throwing this pitch well. You got to make sure that when you hit, okay, when you come through and we hit, boom, we're hitting and we're sticking forward. Arm still goes, flies forward. We let it go this way, ball floats, okay? It's okay to even do a walkthrough with it. You know what I'm saying? Like just to get the feeling down, right? Just to get the feeling down. 1, 2, boom, we hit, pop it out. Okay? That simple, that easy for a cup change. Now, backspin, circle, throwing it out of your pinky. Those two pitches are pretty much the same when it comes to learning how to spin it. The only difference is the grip. Okay, so we're gonna talk about how we want to release it. Okay, whether it be the circle or whether it be the regular four seam, we're still going to spin it out of our pinky. Okay, the ball's essentially going to do the same thing. So I'm going to show you the point of view as you are in front of me. So you are the catcher, I'm the pitcher, and I'm going to show you what the spin should look like. And I want you guys to really pay attention to my elbow on where it finishes and how I'm releasing the ball on the outside of my pinky. Okay, let's do it. All right, so here we go. You're my catcher. We're going to do my normal one first. We're not going to do the circle one yet, okay? So we're going to start here, right? So I call this throwing with my chicken wing, okay? I know it sounds dumb, but it actually helps kids stay in longer, stay short through this pitch whenever we're throwing it. Because when you scoot back to the mound, you're not going to want to stay that short. You're going to want to get long. And so if you can stay short up close, when you actually throw it from the mound, you'll think about it, and the ball will actually be here when you release it and not so much here. So anyways, here we go. We're going to throw with our chicken wing. So we're going to be sideways. You're my catcher. I'm going to rotate around. I'm going to stay short. And then I'm going to throw it at the back side of my pinky. So you see that? Around, boom, like this. Around, spin. Okay? So when we spin it, after we throw it on the back side, we're going to pick our elbow up when we finish. Okay, so here, boom. That's how we spin the ball, right? So we come around. Okay? We start with my wrist facing the catcher. We come around, we stay short, get through, stay around out of our pinky. Boom, we pick it up with our elbow. Okay? Boom, right there. Sorry. The same thing whenever we do the circle. Okay? Nothing changes, right? We're just circling it up. Here. Okay? Some people can't do close together. That's okay. You don't have to. You can still circle like this, okay? And then index or a middle finger on a lace. We come through, we spin it back, right? And if you notice when we spin the ball back, we're still spinning it on the back side of our pinky. Boom, we spin it, pick it up with our elbow. It's literally the same thing. Some people feel better when they're holding a circle because they feel like that's going to take speed off the ball. It might and it might not, okay? Whether it does or whether it doesn't, if you're struggling with that, if you like this better, then four seams that way. If you'd rather hold it like a circle and it's still going fast, tuck the ball, like I said, more in your palm, then spin it. It'll go way slower, you guys. I promise. It's an easy, quick fix. Okay, so point of view coming this way, right? So you can see the angle of the ball right as we spin. So I'm going to throw with my chicken wing. So we're up close. We come around, we spin, we pick it up, right? So when I throw to the net, we're here. We come through, pick it up. Okay, does that make sense? Same thing for the circle, right? So we circle it. Okay. We're here with our chicken wing, right? Here with our chicken wing. We come through, stay short, pick it up with our elbow. Okay. When you pick it up with your elbow, okay, the pitcher needs to think about hitting her top of her elbow to the top of the catcher's head or the dad's head or whatever, wherever your catcher's at. When you come up, you want to make sure that you're in line with the side of your ear and your face. We don't want to be out. We want to be right here when we throw it. Okay? Okay, so now let's talk coming off of the mound. Okay? So when you throw this, I want you guys to look at my body. All right. And I want you to see that no matter whether we're throwing the cup, whether we're throwing the circle, whether we're throwing the four seam, doesn't matter. My wrist needs to be facing towards my catcher. Okay. My body doesn't change. You guys have to make sure you do not slow your body down when throwing a changeup, okay? That is the most dead giveaway thing that you can do, is you slow your body down to slow the ball down. You do not have to do that. If you do everything correct when it comes to your grip and spin, the spin will take speed off of the ball, not your body, okay? As you get older and you start throwing more and more pitches, people are going to catch on to that. Okay. They're going to notice that you slow your body down, and those hitters and everybody else is going to start picking off your changeup. Then you're going to be in trouble. Okay. So whenever you are coming through, okay, we want to make sure we push off. We're here, right? So we're getting here. We're coming hard out and forward. Okay. Here. Okay. So now we're at 12 o'clock. Okay. Then as we come through, right, my wrist still pointing down. We come through, we spin it, boom, and we pick it up. Boom, right there. Okay? That's going to be your main thing when it comes to nailing this pitch. You're not going to get it overnight. It's going to take a lot of work. And I mean a lot of spins. You're going to throw the ball and it's going to hit the top of the ceiling. It's going to roll in the dirt. All of that stuff has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with your release point. So it's not that you can't do it. It's not that it's too hard. It's that it's brand new. Do not give up on the pitch. You guys are smart enough to be able to finagle some stuff. And I promise, if you just hang in there and suck just for a little bit, okay, you're going to pick it up. One day, if you work at it, okay, one day you're going to pick up the ball, you're going to get on the mound, and it's going to be awesome. Something is just going to click, but it's because of all the work that you've been putting in. This is a tough pitch to learn. Please do not give up on it, okay? It is something that you will need in your entire career as a pitcher, okay? Every pitcher needs a changeup, okay? Because if all you do is throw hard, they are going to sit on that. And once they recognize that you have nothing slow, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble, okay? Work on this pitch. You guys just make sure that you don't give up on yourselves. Sometimes pitching is hard, and pitching is definitely not linear, okay? It is not something that it's everything's always going great. Okay, pitching is hard. Okay, there's going to be times where you're going to go up, and then you're going to go down, and then you're going to stay the same for a little bit, and then you're going to suck, and then you're going to get really good, and then you're going to level out and be really good for a while, and then something's going to happen mechanically or whatever it is. But do not give up on yourself. Please don't give up on this pitch. Okay, I promise you guys can do it. If there's something that you need help on, if you don't understand anything in this video, drop me a comment, send me a message. I'm on all platforms at The Bullpen Co. and on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. Come find me and I will help you break it down, okay? Anything that you guys need in regards to the spin, if you need to see more point of views of this way, if you need to see more behind, it doesn't matter what you need, I want to help you. So please reach out, tell your friends, and practice these pitches and let me know how it's going. If it's awesome, get on my platform, on one of my platforms, send me a video and let's see what we're working with, okay? I love you guys. Please stay till the end so you can watch some of my girls. Remember, like, subscribe, and spread the word as much as you can about The Bullpen Co. so we can help more kids reach their dreams of learning how to pitch. I love you guys. Walk in strength, walk in joy, walk in the victory in the Lord. I'll see you next time. Bye. There it is. Good job. Good pitch.